doing? 1 minute late. How you doing, Sander? Dedrick's here, and welcome to daily quality content from Hazard90. Pulled you in with a little bit of clickbait there as well, but don't worry, I'm not as bad as Logan Paul, and I haven't done a video of a dead man. So look, we're not that bad. So evening, how you doing, Sander? He said 9 PM pending. I did. Am I late? Am I late? I'm 2 minutes late. But yes, Gay Boy is indeed live again. So let's talk about transfers. I'm not live banter. Do a vid with a dead man. Yeah, it seems to have caused a bit of controversy, that. If you haven't heard about it, JC was first, so well done, congratulations. If you haven't heard about it, some bellend from America, Logan Paul did a video and he put a dead man in it, and wasn't good, and he hasn't done well out of it since. Popularity has gone down, and that went down an absolute storm. Jake Paul is a fuckboy, he absolutely is. It was such the fucking worst thing I've ever seen. But back onto football. Stoke United, City are 2-0 up tonight. We all knew that was going to happen, really, but I want you to update me on the Tottenham score, because I'm in the last man standing thing, and I did go with Spurs this week. I thought they'd win that, so hopefully they will continue to do so. But let's talk. I mean, a lot of the talk, I saw Mark's video just then on the United stand about Ozil. A lot of the talk is on Ozil. Being linked with left back, says Michael Schofield, but let's talk about that. I did hear about Gulam. And Danny Rose, for me, I think that one will die. I don't want Danny Rose. Spurs are 1-0 up. Thank you. Are you going to do a Skype show soon? Next week, Dedrick, I'll start some Skype shit. But yeah, I don't want Danny Rose. I don't think we'll go for him. Look, I think we need Shaw, but I think we actually need left back cover. Because Darmian's going, right? There's no fucking way we're keeping Darmian. Daley Blind ain't a left back, he's a centre back, or a defensive midfielder, whatever you want to call him. I personally think his best position is centre back. Evening, Jeff. So I think we need cover, and actually when I'm looking at Gulam, I think that may be the right transfer. Look, we can't just rely on Shaw as our only left back. He is going to get injured, so we need cover. I don't think what's his face, the double-barreled name, Borthwick Jackson, I don't think he's ever going to amount to fuck all. Tierney for Celtic as cover, potentially. I still don't rate Tierney. Fosu Mensah should be our next right back, says Brev. Totally agree with that. I think he's done wonders at Palace when given the chance. I think spastic managers have decided not to play him. Why did Pogba choose us over Real Madrid and Juve? Matthew, have we got a Real Madrid fan in here? Or is that just Matthew McFadden? Why did Pogba choose us? Because 1, United, 2, money, and 3, he did have a few friends at the club. Asian Gamer, I agree about Cruz. What do you agree about Cruz? Should we talk about Cruz? We've done the left back. We do need cover. I don't want Rose. We can't rely on just Shaw. But Lingard statue's pending very soon, Math. You're absolutely spot on. Agent Lingard. Cruz won't come, never. But let's talk about him. Would you take him? Would you take Tony Cruz at United? A fantastic, that helicopter's going again. It seems to be the same time every night. Wonderfully talented player. Wonderfully talented player. I just wonder if he can cope with the Premier League, with players, you know, the physical demands of it. Because look, I know we say that about most players and they come and the physical thing isn't a thing, but that position is a key physical position. Tony Cruz isn't getting any younger, and he would cost a hell of a lot of money. He's best centre midfielder in the world after Pogba. He's slow as fuck though. He's absolutely a sack of shit. It's like having 2 sandbags tied to his legs. Ozil will come in as our centre mid signing, will be something that we haven't been linked with. Our centre mid signing will be someone we haven't been linked with. Yeah, well that's kind of how I feel. You're right, I did get that out in the end. He will subscribe to you and do it when you go live. Washing machine out. Exactly. I'm going to turn into that old guy from Friends and get the broomstick and start having a bash on the ceiling. I saw a comment about Matic there. I'll be able to read that in a minute when someone else comments. Don't need to big players. Matic and Cruz will be leaving at the same time since both old. Exactly, really good point. The guy from Friends. Would Ozil take Herrera's position in a three-man midfield? I'd like to think so. I'd like to think so. I think Ozil gets exposed a little bit as a number 10, because as a number 10, when you play two midfielders behind a 10, you are solely relying on your number 10 to do all of the creating, and I think that the spotlight goes on that player then, and it's a bit of a cauldron. When you play that three-man midfield, you can play like, you kind of take it in turns, like Pogba attacking down the left yesterday, fantastic. When the ball's out right, your left midfielder drops in, you know, and he creates the two, so it can kind of mix it up a little bit. I do like the three-man midfield. What am I drinking? Just a cup of tea. C1 sugar. Jeez, I thought Schofield died. Prison break. What's everyone's opinion on Clivert Jr.? Like Clivert Jr., great talent, not ready for United yet. Or if United did sign him, do you know what? He's one of them signings where I'd like to actually get done now and then loan him back to, I think he's at Ajax, and loan him back to Ajax, wherever he's at, and just let him develop more. I don't want to stunt that growth, but I think the talent's there, and I think we have to start wrapping it up. And I want United to be... We were first at Memphis, and look, even though Memphis didn't turn out as we wanted him to, he was linked with Madrid, he was linked with PSG, he was linked with the big clubs, and we nicked him. We need to do that with Clivert. What's this huge news just joined? I promise it's not clickbait. I'll have some news for you in a little while. We should have done that with Memphis. You're right, Dedrick. We should have done. We poached him and stunted his development. I don't know if Memphis was ruined. I just don't think he was. Look, he was cut out for the Premier League. I just don't think that he had the right attitude. I don't know if that's give us a clue. Well, it's to do with a United, not a United player. It's to do with a player joining United. Memphis has a buyback clause. He does. Now, it's not apparently, he absolutely does. So it just means that if he does kick on in his career, we can buy him back. And I want to see buyback clauses in every fucking player we sell from now on that's younger than sort of 25. Is your source reliable? Yeah, it's more reliable than Tommy K. Sorry, Dedrix, I don't know what I just said. Sanchez seems certain to go to City. It would be hilarious if we did. Barcelona fuck us for it. I think Sanchez is definitely going to City, and do you know what? The United transfer news that I'm going to update you on is Ozil. I can guarantee you is coming to Manchester United. I'm absolutely dead certain of it, and Jose's alluded to it. Jose said about a week and a half ago, that United could potentially buy players in the summer, or they could speed them up by bidding in January, and that's Ozil. We can get Ozil for free in the summer, but I think now, needs must, I think United will part with the money, and I know that would kill Woodward. It will absolutely kill Woodward. Really hope Ozil comes, he can play free role in a 4-3-3. Not a free role, but playing a 4-3-3, you're right, JC, because you can't give one player in a 4-3-3 a free role, because it ain't 4-3-3 then, is it? It's 4-2-3 with one player doing what the fuck he wants. Ozil ain't coming, I think, mate. See his social media, he's loving life at Arsenal. If he's loving life at Arsenal, where's his new contract? You know? What he's doing is clever. Is clever. Because what Sanchez has done is thrown his toys out the pram, bring a fucking bellend, and he has probably segregated himself from the Arsenal fans. What Ozil has done is put in die-hard performances all season, show love to the club that he's about to leave, so that actually when he leaves, if you ask an Arsenal fan, if they both left, you ask them who they prefer, they'll all say Ozil. Because Sanchez fucked them over this year. He's put in the most abysmal performances. He don't look fucking interested. And Wenger's to blame for that. He should stop playing him. You know, if I had a player that I knew was leaving, he'd be fucking straight out the door. If someone showed me the same character that Ozil was showing, Ozil's been, I'd fucking argue, right? And it's not just because he's signing for United, and he is signing for United. I'd argue that Ozil's having one of his best seasons in the Premier League, and it's gone completely unnoticed because Arsenal are just having a fucking mare at the minute. Sanchez is having one of his worst seasons it's coming. If Sanchez had stepped up the level of performances that he had done in the past, Arsenal wouldn't be challenging, but they'd be challenging like clubs like United. I've told you the big news. Fan Dan Bear. That is a hell of a name. Are you 100% positive? I'm always 100% positive. Just hope we get him. We should just go in and say 25 mil, take it. Oh, yeah, exactly. Kind of what we did with Van Persie, you know. They knew they were going to lose Van Persie to United, so they had to take the 22. Same situation is going to happen with Ozil. Paul looks like a decent Paul Lingerling. I think you just made that up, mate. I've never heard of him. Stop rushing the man. The news will come. I've told you the news. The news is that I clickbaited you into watching this video. It's the fucking news, to be honest. But no, the news is I think Arsenal will sign. Ozil will sign for Manchester United. It would be shockingly stunning. Yes, it would be shockingly stunning. I think Ozil's going to sign, and I think that'll be our only January signing. Look, what you need to realise is, Uda Elizzy, what you need to realise is that United over the next 3 weeks are going to get linked to fucking everyone, right? How dare you take the mick out of my name, you virgin. Brilliant. Yeah, I've just lost me. I read that comment and I fucked it. Yeah, no, you're gonna get spam with bollocks over the next 2-3 weeks. I'll try and not do the same. I'll try and be realistic with you. You will get clickbait nonsense because it seems to work. But we're going to sign Ozil and that's it. We ain't going to sign anyone else. We're going to get linked to Goulams. We're going to get linked to Danny Roses. We're going to get linked to centre midfielders. Some players and clubs are going to use us to fucking get themselves better contracts in January. And you never know. Ozil may do the same, but I genuinely think there's something in that. And Jose Mourinho did that. Why has United Stand stop live streaming? Hey, I don't think it has. I think he just did a pre-record tonight, no? Look, you can't go live every night, and neither can I, you know. It takes a lot of time, so I get it. Sometimes you need to do pre-recorded comment. I would join if your video was titled "Shaking My T-shirt." We'll be signing everyone from Messi to Stephen Hawking. Tubes is here. How you doing, me old mucker? I love your DP, by the way, of Jose with the wink. I prefer the days for social media. Do you know what, Dedrick? Great point. Great point. I said this like in a previous video. I used to love waking up every morning and buying a paper and being suckered into believing what it is. Because, you know, media hasn't changed for the better for me. Now all we get is clickbait titles on Twitter that try and get you to click and waste your fucking time with it. And all of it is an absolute load of bollocks. Like, you know, it's almost as bad as some of them videos that you click on where it says, oh, listen to what he said, and you get a fucking porn video noise when you click on it. You know, I get titles on Twitter saying, wow, I can't believe Jose Mourinho said this about his star player. And then you click on it and it's about fucking Chelsea. Like, it just makes no sense. The media's fucked. And that's what ruins the excitement of, like, well, I used to be buzzing for, like, transfer windows. Now, that's stopped for 2 reasons. One, United are shit at signing players, and we don't sign anyone. And 2, is now when we get linked to players, we've hardly ever got a chance in signing them. Like, United always used to be linked to the youngest, hottest porn star. No, the best talents in world football, the best young talents in the Dutch league, always. Ross complaining about social media seconds after admitting to clickbaiting. Yeah, I love clickbaiting. You saw an article on Pogba wearing a ridiculous jacket after training. I know. Did you see my tweet? That was a Daily Mail. And do you know what? Daily Mail can go fucking suck themselves after reporting that. It was a disgusting article. And I think that, you know, I think we should be making a bigger things. We should all start calling that article racist. I've never seen him fucking have a go at a white man for a jacket. You know, it's fucking ain't right. Lindelof for future captain, says Andy MT. Lindelof to be a future world star centre-back for us. I don't think he'll ever be captain of our club. As long as Pogba's here, obviously. And I think that there'll be others to take that. I mean, if Rashford amounts to something, when Pogba does give it up eventually, you'd be looking at a Rashford. I just think Lindelof's one of them players that won't ever really where the armband, when we signed Falcao, I was crying of happiness. Mate, I literally couldn't sleep. I remember seeing the rumour that night, and then I woke up in the morning and he was like flying into Manchester. It was just bizarre. And the best bit about that was Guillem Ballbag, fucking up McGee, bellend cunt, got it completely wrong, as he always does, as he always fucking does. Hates Guillem Ballbag. He's a bitter cunt. I've run out of content, I've run out of comments, so I need your live comments to talk about something, because I'm literally out on my arse here. I've got a message about Pogba once, said he doing something disgraceful. When I clicked it, it was just him getting a new haircut. Exactly, that's what the media does to us nowadays. It's exactly what it does to us, and it's fucked. Snaps thinks that Lindelof may be a future captain. Dybala or Griezmann, says Andy MT. Dybala for me. And it's not me being salty because Griezmann ain't joining. I just think Dybala's a better player and he's younger, so he'll have a better career, hopefully. You're basically quantity over quantity. Yeah, whatever. Did you know Sophie is a footballer? I did. Andy Tate versus Paul Barrett. I take it that's Andy Tate versus the bold man that went fucking rojo. I'll take my United stand hat off here. Andy Tate is, you know, look, I could go all United stand, you know, is me, and I think that Paul Barrett one, whatever, was better. He wasn't a better fan cam. Andy Tate literally created the fan cam. If it wasn't for Arsenal fan, Andy Tate actually, to a point, he didn't create, but he's the reason why, like, channels like United stand exist. Andy Tate got that popularity out to a wider audience that didn't know that these fan channels existed, didn't even know fan cams existed. And after Andy Tate come about, he did try too hard to be a celebrity, in my opinion, and the rawness left. But them few interviews that he did for me were 100% unfiltered anger that at the time we were all experiencing. So I think that fan cam for me was probably the best ever. You can look at all of Arsenal fan TV shit. You can look at all of the bollocks. But that United Stand was my first fan channel as well, Alex. You're absolutely spot on. But the first ever fan cam I ever heard of was Andy Tate. And yeah, it was fucking unreal. Thomas Shepherd says, United till I die. The mugs on the United Stand fan cams were on the full-time Devils ones. Which ones? What, me? No, what ones? I'd be interested to know. My first fan channel was Spurs TV, then Hala Madrid TV. So what, you a bit of a multi-footballer? Van cams. I used to tune into van cams. I used to quite like it. It was something a bit different. It was a bit of a cult, wasn't it? But I still tune into the odd one now and then. My first fan channel was Brazzers. Brilliant. Joking, says Tubes. Tubes sounds like Sander. Oh, it is Edward Ward. Mate, you sound like Edward Woodward there. You might be his son, Edward Woodward. The huge news is that I said it before, I've clickbaited you into watching this video. In all seriousness, no it isn't. The huge news is I think that United are going to sign Ozil, and I'm pretty sure that would be the only signing. I'll tell you what, if we don't sign Ozil, we'll sign fucking no one. And he's not a Japanese footballer. Do you follow Law Top 20 on Twitter? No, I don't. Is he any good? Mark been giving Ross clickbait lessons. He has. I've done it. I won't do it to you again. I've done it once. I'll stop it now. I just had to do it once. Who do you think we'll sign? Says Ricky. I think we'll sign Ozil, mate. I don't think we'll sign anyone else. But I'm still worried that we may wait until the summer for that. At the end of the day, right, guys, it'll be a double-edged sword, right? Well, no, it won't, because he can sign a contract. I was going to say something that's nonsense, but if Ozil doesn't sign in January and he doesn't sign a new contract, what would be your thoughts? Because in theory, he could sign a new contract any time in between January and May, but you have to believe that he hadn't signed for anyone else and he'd signed a new contract, that he's pretty much going to go for free in the summer. So it'd be a mixed emotions, because you'd be thinking, maybe we would get him for free, but we need him now for me. I want him now. I want him settled in. It's a fucking World Cup year, you know. I want him settled into the team, so we haven't got this whole oh, he was away all summer, he didn't train with the team. And that's what happens when we're going to sign people next year. The transfers has got to be done fucking batshit early or not at all, because you ain't going to get the best out of them until Christmas. Is Greasy confirmed to go to Barca? Pretty much, mate. I think he is. Mia Khalifa will put more energy into the game than Darmian. Fuck me, mate. Used toilet roll would put more effort into the game than Darmian. Lawtop is a lawyer who works for United. Seems to be an insider. His latest tweet seems to be pointing towards Ozil. Do you know what? I don't do fucking people that say that they're affiliated to people on Twitter. A little word of advice from me to all of these Twitter accounts will be, do not read anything into it till it's on a reputable source. And look, Sky Sports has had its downfalls recently. It's reported some incorrect stuff, but unless BBC and Sky Sports are reporting it, don't fucking read it, because these lawyers, these fake fucking lawyers, and it come out last year, didn't it? That fucking Vincent Rodriguez turned out to be Terry from the Football Terrace. I mean, that geezer had fucking not just Twitter on strings. There was media accounts using fucking Vincent Rodriguez as a source. It was just Terry sitting in his fucking bedroom. It's batty. It's absolute batty. And we shouldn't get dragged into it. I know that we're all desperate. I'm the same as you guys. We're desperate for, not content, but we want rumours, you know. It's annoying when there's nothing going on and you're like, who are United signing? And that's when these fuckers come in. Like MUFC Insider, mate, he disappeared as well, because that's Terry as well. But they come back. And there's a lot of people that fall for it. So I don't know if that, geezer that you just put in the thing was correct or not. But my word of advice would be just to ignore the lot of them. Nobody really knows. Hey Todd, that's Todd in it. Oh, Todd was like my favourite player, favourite fan. He disappeared though. He gave up on me. Don't know why. Maybe he'll come back again. But yeah, don't listen to him. Listen to me. I'll give you the truth. And the truth is that MUFC Cider was treated by Greg Rutherford. I know, what a joke. Like, see these fucking people get drawn into it. Does Terry make fake accounts? Does he? Fuck, mate. He's got loads of them. Terry and Mark are friends because of the Ultimate Football Fan. Don't really get that, to be honest. Love Mark. I think he's great, but that didn't really sit that well with me. But, that's my opinion. He won't be on the United stand, I know that much. Best Twitter account football updates has a 90s live broadcast. Agreed. Wand of a left foot. I tell you what, if I met Terry, he'd get a wand of my fucking right hand in his face. How can people be so gullible? Mark just did it for the money. Well, you never know. I would like to see him get signed, says Mr. Frost. Who gets signed? Don't know who you're on about. Elaborate. When are you next on the United stand? Probably Friday. I think, is it United Derby Friday? I'm pretty sure it is. If it is, it'll be Friday. Ross is the only reason inside. The only one who said De Gea was staying when everyone said he was going. You know what, Schofield? Thanks for that shout out. Again, it was my only feeling, but I got that feeling a mile off. When, everyone is so convinced something would happen and there's no evidence of it, that's when you can tell that it's normally going to go the other way and it's just media bullshit. Wow. Didn't see that. Ross, I pranked Terry and it's on my channel. Alright, I'll have a look. Ryan Sessegnon, 2 goals. Is he the left back that supposedly United are interested in as well? Predicted 11 for Derby. Just a fucking load of idiots, to be honest. Actually, no, saying that, we need the FA Cup. So, I wouldn't play Lukaku, even if he does recover. I'd play Martial at 9 again, give him another run out. I'd pretty much played a similar team to what we played against Everton. I think it worked quite well. Try a 4-3-3 again. I prefer the 3-5-2. I had to think about that then, but why not? 4-3-3 is just as good. 17-year-old left back. I'd like to have Sessegnon. For me, that's the perfect scenario. I think Luke Shaw needs an understudy, not an overstudy. Why not get someone with even more potential than Luke Shaw, you know? Let Luke Shaw have the reins while he brings this guy up. I don't think we're ever going to see the Luke Shaw that we were supposed to see at United. I think the career fucked that. The injury fucked that. How do you rate United performance against Everton out of 10? 6. I think 6 out of 10 performance. I think as good as United were, Everton were pants. Everton had no interest in attacking us. Did Terry have issues with Mark in the past? Why they're working together suddenly? I don't know. I can't answer that question. I'm so sorry. But I literally have no idea. I don't even know if they had problems in the past. Most of the problems was because Terry used to use Mark's name to get more popularity. He tried to create a problem that was never there. We'll probably be United got 2.5 against Everton. Snaps losing 3-0 to Man City. Ross, when will you do a FIFA live stream again? Probably never. I fucking hate FIFA. I'll tell you what happened to me on FIFA. I'll give you an update. So I started a new team, didn't I? How you doing, Akshay? I started a new team. I did really well. Got a load of coins. I tried to build a whole team of informs. Then they released this stupid SBC that you could trade 2 informs and a load of 83 rated players and get a tradable inform. And I did that 7 times. And 5 out of the 7 I got choppy moting and I was livid. So everything that I built in my new club I got destroyed. So after that I was literally like, fuck this shit game. Terry is the guy doing Fan Park. I don't really know what this Ultimate Football Fan shit is. Like, all I know is it gets no views. Like, literally, Ultimate Football Fan, I get more views than that. So, yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, bit pissed off with FIFA. But I will do a Fortnite stream. We'll all get in a Fortnite together, all of us, and do a squad. Is that just Arsenal Fan TV and Terry? I don't know what the fuck it is. Terry's stupid. He leaked DP's number on a live stream. Terry, yeah, he's a fucking fit cunt, isn't he? He's a fucking, yeah, fit cunt. That's all I can say about him, really. Don't want to create needless beef, but he's a fit cunt. What the fuck? I was talking about John Terry. Great. Okay. Can you just promote my Fergie United channel, please? Yeah, go on then. There it is. Click on the comment if you want to sub to that. Can I join a squad? I'm level 1. No, not if you're level 1 and you've never played the game. Get better and then you can join a squad. But I'm getting better at it. But I'm not good at squads. I'm not good at squads at all. But we've deferred. We started off with United, then we end up talking about Fortnite. What's going on? Let's go back to football. Let's talk about Coutinho. He's going. Who cares? That's the end of that one. Alex won a game of Fortnite today. Well done. I see 2 years into the future. Must be 2020 vision. 2020 vision is just ordinary. I think I've still got 2020 vision. Just. I'm a good squad player, says Hamza. Well, fantastic. Oh, haha, banter, not Hamza. Sorry. Should we play 3 in midfield against Derby? Yes. We need to fucking stick with a formation, please. Jose, I'm sick of this rotating formation. Play the same formation as Everton, then play the same formation again against Stoke. And if it fails in a game, don't change the fucking formation. 2-0 Spurs. I'm through in the last man standing. Get in. That's what United need to do. Like, it was bizarre to change the tactics before the City game for me. I went on the United stand just before that game in the preview, and I did say to Mark, like, why? Like, I know it's like it looked like we'd gone really attacking for that City game, but I was more pissed off at the fact that we changed tactics again. I just don't think it sits that well. Banter, De Bruyne may be playing. Doesn't matter though, because he's firmly in Jesse Lingard's shadow at the minute. Jesse fucking Lingard. Do you know what though? All jokes aside, rest Lingard against Derby. Lingard gets a good run out against Spurs and Stoke. Gets a goal, gets an assist, mate. You're literally pushing fucking De Bruyne territory, you know? How can, and I'm not saying that he's a better player than De Bruyne at all, but what I'm saying is, if De Bruyne is destroying this league with them stats, if Lingard gets the same stats, then what he's doing can't be discredited one bit. So, you know, you never know. Well, I tell you what, I've got a great comment for you in the comments. You need to reply to this. What is Jesse Lingard's transfer value? Please tell me. I've got a figure in my head. How long do you think, how much Jesse Lingard would be sold for in today's market, given the fact that he's, you know, pretty much just signed a new contract as well. Mourinho will get a new contract. He needs to, Neil. I really do think he needs to. 90 million, says Jamil. Lingard starts or squad player for United. Depends how he goes on in this form. Starter. See if he can be consistent. 35 mil, says Free Stacks. Does Mark still not like Lingard? No, I think he'll like him. 55 mil. I think Alex has gone a little bit high, but it's realistic. If Napoli wants 60 mil for Gulam, I'd say 90. That's the thing. It's the thing, isn't it? Today's market, 75 mil. And Neil obviously don't like him because he thinks it's 25 quid. Jesse's on fire. 30 to 40 mil. Why do you miss my comments? Sorry, Fortune. I really do try and read them all, mate. I really do. Sometimes they just whiz by. It's because I'm such a huge channel with quality daily content that I'm struggling to read out comments now. But I try my best. Lingard's stats is better. Coutinho, and he's 139 exactly. Coutinho's a fraud. A Scouse fraud who eats out of fucking bins. For me, Lingard's worth about 40 mil. 40 to 45. My next question, it's going to be Lingard related as well. I love asking you questions. Fuck asking me questions. If we were offered £50 million for Jesse Lingard from Juventus today, would you sell him? Now, Darmian and Mickey, 40 mil for Dybala. That would be the bargain of the century. Dedrick wants to be mod. I will sort that out. John Morris says yes. Tube says no deal. Are you mad? Yes, bring in Dybala. Only for Dybala. I'm not talking about for Dybala. I'm just talking about 50 mil cash. Hell no, we can't afford to. Good point. If we got Dybala, only a swap for Sandro Dybala. No. JC Garbe wants to be mod. I'll sort that out. Fortune with a star. Max says no. I'd go with no. I think, like you're right, in today's market, we're not going to sign 4 or 5 players in a season. We need squad. Look, that £50 million would be a lovely amount of fee for Jesse Lingard, but we don't really need the money. That's the thing. Like, anyone that says yes, why do you miss them, Russ? Because the fucking comments go so quick. You can all be mods. Yeah, Joa, you can be mod though. Always. Juventus wouldn't want him. They wouldn't. They probably wouldn't, you're right. But in all seriousness, right, we can all say yes, or 50 mil will be a bargain, right? 50 mil won't get Mahrez, so no. But even if we got 90 mil, right, we could all laugh. Ha ha, we got 90 mil for Jesse Lingard. But would that money get reinvested? Probably not. Would we spend £90 million that season more than we would have done if we hadn't have sold him? No. So for that reason, I probably wouldn't sell anyone in my club, apart from Darmian and Mickey, because they're fucking absolute wankers. Mickey's an Armenian tosser, and Darmian ain't even Italian, because Italians don't defend like that, you fucking sideburn prick. I mean, what are they? Mutton chops. Oh, get out of my club, Darmian. Get out of my club, Mkhitaryan. I don't want them sold for the money. And like you've all said in the comments, I'd take a fucking packet of biscuits for Darmian and Mickey. I don't want the money. I just want them out. I just don't want them to be selected. I don't want them to take places of players that deserve a place more. And I'm talking Mkhitaryan, anyone in the reserves, anyone. I'd rather see McTominay play than Mkhitaryan. That's not me degrading McTominay. I'd actually rather see him play. I'd absolutely rather see, the Fosu Mensahs, the fucking... It's the only player I can think of. You know what I mean? I'd rather see the Fosu Mensahs, even the Mitchells and everyone else rather play than Darmian. Darmian hairstyles inspired by the Beatles. Laughing my arse off. Well, there they are. Paul, John, Ringo and George. There they are. Nicky wouldn't make a non-league player in reality. He wouldn't make fucking sod all, would it? I think I'm going to run out of battery in a minute. Oh no, I've got loads. KP, you would suck a dick for nothing. You all shouting at each other now. Players from the Premier League would do a lot better in other leagues. I believe so. Look, Memphis. Memphis is your prime example of that. I tell you who is the best example. Two of them of players doing really well in other leagues, right? One is Diego Forlan, right? Who was okay in the Premier League, and he went to, I think he went to Villarreal and was the fucking tits, right? Literally pushing one of the best forwards in European football when he left, okay? Second one, Javier Hernandez. Like, I rate Hernandez a lot, right? But let's be fair, he wasn't ever going to be a world beater for United. But yeah, he goes to fucking Bayer Leverkusen and is, again, pushing like most prolific striker in European football. Fuck out. Spot on. Giuseppe Rossi. Who's he? Exactly. I remember signing Giuseppe Rossi. We got him from... we got Giuseppe Rossi from, I think it was like Parma. Someone like that. I think it was like Parma. And they had like their under-15s team like won the league. Florentina, says Fergie. I don't know if we got him from Florentina. I think we got him from Parma. And I think they're like under fucking something won the league. And then after that, all their players got poached. And United went in for Giuseppe Rossi. We didn't have to pay a bean for him. Forlan won player of the tournament at the World Cup 2010. Yet not good enough for the Premier League. To be honest, that player of the tournament shit's a load of bollocks. Do you remember when Milan Baros got it? And he was a fucking waste man. Absolute waste man. Like, you know, some people can have a good World Cup and they're actually fucking shit players. I mean, remember Chile? Do you remember when Chile done really well and all their players? Do you remember like Medal? Oh, Medal's the bollocks. QPR buy him and he's an absolute load of tosh. Well, don't sign players on the back of a good World Cup. It's the fucking thing you do not want to do. Would you take Mahrez? I would. I'd take him and I'd shove him up my arse. That's bad. I'll take him though. James Rodriguez, exactly. Good World Cup. Scored a couple of worldies for Madrid, but that's all he's done. How you doing, Rafa? How you doing, mate? Verb says, what the fuck? Jesse would probably be considered world class if he went to other leagues. I mean, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if England... Actually, I would say it wouldn't surprise me. That's the one thing we don't get in a World Cup, right? England never have a player that just turns up for a tournament, you know? That's what we need. We need Jesse Lingard to show up for England in this World Cup and have a fucking stormer. Then we can sign him for sell him for 90 million. James Rodriguez will massively improve our team. I disagree. Active Dan. Lazy, slow. Passing's not that great. He's got a long shot on him. He's got an alright free kick, but he hasn't improved Bayern Munich that much. He's had a few good bits of players I've seen. United Stand brought me here. Thanks, Glorious Manchester, and thanks for joining. And you're all come from United Stand, do you know what I mean? I don't know if anyone's here off their own back. I mean, you know, but if you are, great. But thank you. It's just like if you do like me on the United Stand, it's a little bit of extra me, isn't it? And if you don't like me on the United Stand, you can just come on here and abuse me if you want. Whatever you want to do. I'm dreading this World Cup. It's really lost its shine. Totally agree. Do you know what? Like, Dedrick, I don't know about any of you, but the only time I watch England is just to watch Rashford. With Rashford out of form now, I'm literally going, well, what the fuck am I watching the World Cup for? You know? No, it's too scary. You do well, mate. Thank you, Glorious. 2000 World Cup was funny. Everyone hated Welbeck. Then he left United. Then everyone demanded he started. You fucking bang on. That is literally spot on, mate. I love that comment. That is spot on football. That is how United players get treated. And United as a team have always get treated like shit. But actually, no club has done more for our country than, well, not our country, but England, because I know some of you don't all watch from England, but no one's done more for England than United. We always bring in the players through. When the fuck have Liverpool done shit for United? I'm sorry, Liverpool. Buying Oxlade-Chamberlain and Milner isn't helping England. Do you know what I mean? You're just giving shit players a pedestal to be even more shit, but still getting to the England team. United have always brought through quality. Smalling, Jones. I know we brought them, but we brought them through as well. Both need to play in that World Cup. Fucking Rojo. Rashford needs to play. Lingard needs to play. And it's not me with my fucking United hat on. I'd have 4 United players starting in that starting 11. I definitely would. I'm just getting loads of loads of WhatsApps. I think one of them's Marcus. 4K, 8K, I didn't see it. But it's 3-1 now to City. Marcus is WhatsApping me. England need Pep Guardiola. We need someone better than Southgate. So I'd take Pep Guardiola or England. I actually think, ask Marcus if he's streaming, get Marcus on. I will get Marcus on one of these actually. I'm going to get the Skype set up. Our youth tradition would continue on the next 10 years because of Lingard and Rashford, yes. Angel Gomez, Tahiti Chong, Fosu Mensah. You know, you could even include the players like Mitchell. Callum Gribbin is another player I think would do well. A lot of love for Marcus on here. We need Marcus. We need a miracle. We're in Scotland. Where do you live? I live in Essex. Angel Gomez is overrated. Can't really say he's overrated. He's only 16, but he's just got a lot of potential. Whether he'll fill that out, we don't know. I do think we overhype Transavia, forget that. I think we do overhype Gomez a little bit because we haven't really seen what he can provide. The only reason why Prem is good. Agreed. Abdul's here. How you doing, mate? Not saying Teen Chong, but Mark says he's better than Gomez. I think Mark's just jumped on a bandwagon somewhere. I'll tell you what I do. What I do give Mark a lot of credit for is when Mark comes out with a statement, he'll fucking back it to the hilt. Like, literally, all you'll hear from Mark Goldbridge in the next 2 to 3 years, right, is Tahiti Chong. And I love that. Like, he's so consistent with his own opinions. And I think you've got to be like that. You rarely get inconsistency from Mark. He was the same with Fellaini. He's been banging that drum for years. And watch, Tahiti Chong, mate, is going to get... You're going to see clickbait Tahiti Chong videos for the next 2 to 3 years. I guarantee you. Bring it on, bring it on. I'll be Team Gomez. Mark can be Team Tahiti Chong. And we'll see who comes out the better player. And to be honest, what we're basing that on is just a gut feeling prediction. Marcus is here. How are you doing, mate? A lot of people have been asking for you tonight, mate. They want to know if you're streaming. And they also just want to say hello. Transibi and Bay future partnership. Yes. Guys, you know, you're going to may hate me for this, but I've got my doubts about Bay. I don't doubt that he's a good player. I just doubt that his injury record's gonna like hold up, you know. Bay's excellent. He's an excellent player, but it's 2 seasons now where he's private number calling me. I've got to answer it. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to cut the stream and answer the private number. So I'll speak to you all. Fuck it, the private number's gone. The private number has hung up, so we will ignore that. Ignore that. I don't know why a private number would be calling me at this fucking stupid time. Tubes, I forgot about him. Marcus Llorente, bloody hell, Ross. Kevin De Bruyne. Do some prank calls, that'd be funny. I've got to end the stream anyway, but thank you for watching. And I'm going to call... You can't call a private number back, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. Sorry, it was me, said Snapped. You won't have my number. Never answer private numbers. It's the police. I will always answer it for that reason. No, I've just turned up, says Marcus. Cheers, mate. Subscribe. Thanks, Steve Brown. No, I've got to shoot, Marcus. It's been streaming for 45 minutes, but thanks all for tuning in. Sorry about the clickbait title. I do apologise. I tried it out. It worked, but I'm not going to do it again to you all. Catch you later, guys.